Hello friends, my name is John Abonezi, a trained medical scientist. Did my first degree in medical laboratory science, an MSc in histopathology. I'm here to disclaim and to disapprove the claim of Dino Melaye and Pastor Chris Oyakhilomhen on coronavirus disease 19. Senator Dino Melaye submission of 5G network induces coronary diseases is all false. They are not an expert in that regard. All radiations emissions that affect the body system are detectable. Any radiation or emission that is able to elicit a disease must be detectable through histochemical analysis and also using birefringence analysis to be able to detect the amount of radiation imbibed by the body tissue. This is not true because most and all the coronavirus patients diagnosed radioactive emissions from 5G network was not detected along with the coronavirus particles. But this negative propaganda in the world is what I did not understand. I think it's politically motivated for economic gain for certain countries. And as such, we are above that. Some persons are above such propaganda. A lot of people might be deceived, but certainly few will never be deceived. When other countries were developing 1 to 4G networks, which also have some certain level of radiations, nobody complained because it did not come from their traditional developed Western countries. I mean, what I meant to say was that when 1G to 4G was developed by Western countries and it did not come from non-Western countries, nobody complained. All these G systems have their own negative impacts. And as such, once you face reality, not propaganda or try to use deductions to convince persons for economic and political gains. Does that mean other countries will not try to develop? I don't understand what is happening. When US went to space and as a result Apollo disease came up, nobody complained. When Apollo disease came up, Apollo disease is a disease that can be diagnosed medically. And you'll be told that the disease you have is Apollo disease. Diseases are not abstracts or are not spirits. Diseases are not deductive processes. Medical analysis is based on inductive processes, that is empiricism, not based on assumptions or other claims. It's a very wrong assertion to claim that 5G network induce coronary diseases. Radioactive emissions most times affect cell lines of the body, and as such, if radioactive emission affects cell lines of the body, may not directly affect the immune cells, because some school of thought are claiming that the 5G network radioactive emission did not directly cause coronary diseases, but the radiation induced loss of immunity, and as such, coronary disease came in. That is also a false claim. If a loss of immunity ensues, there are ways of analyzing the causal agent of loss of immunity. So many ailments may induce immunities. Ailments like diabetes, HIV, and some other deadly viral diseases and other diseases could cause loss of immunity, even radiations. And these are detectable. If radiations induce loss of immunity, it is also detectable. There are a lot of immune cells, the cytokines, antibodies, killer cells, the nerve cells, or the lymphocytes. So these are immune cells. Even if a disease affects specifically a particular immune cells, it is also detectable. But one thing is sure, any radioactive emissions most times do not affect directly immune cells, may affect tissue organs. Some very few specific may affect immune cells on the long run. So what am I saying? That the unnecessary amplification, negative amplification of 5G network induced coronary diseases is unwarranted. Some people call it the development of 5G network and antichrist. It's so sad. When television came up initially in the world, it was ascribed as antichrist by some pastors. Later on, he started using it, and today they use it most in their services. When Galileo discovered a telescope, he was hung and was called an antichrist. Today, from telescope, camera developed, even television station, stethoscope, and astronomical observatory system is a product of telescope. And so many other machines around the world evolved from telescope. Today they now know that telescope discovered by Galileo was not an antichrist thing. Some persons reason ahead of time, and they are capable of bringing a social change. I have written medical books, and I have developed, along with my twin brother, developed charters, a non-existent charter in pathology, in medical book, of which I'm not just talking trash. I'm a professional in this field. The World Health Organization have not claimed, have not come up to claim that there's the radioactive emissions alongside the coronavirus disease diagnosed from affected patients. Nothing like that. Most persons promoting or um, carrying all these erroneous rumors are non-experts, and they have no knowledge of medical deductions. I want to seize this opportunity to let you know that even technology more superior to 5G network will come up. I love technology. I love advancement. I love researching into the unknown. And what China has done is a stimulus to developing countries that they need to wake up and not completely depend on developed countries for their well-being. Thank you very much. Thanks for your understanding.